I'd like to welcome you to Commercial Bank of West Liberty. This is our president, Howard Elam.
I'm Howard Elam. I'm the president of the bank. I've been president about 2 years. I oversee the day-to-day operations of the bank and pretty much try to fix all the issues or problems that arise on a day-to-day basis.
That's an important job. Where did you start out at the bank?
The first time I worked at the bank, I worked as a summer job in bookkeeping. I started at the very lowest level. My first job was stuffing statements in envelopes. And I slowly learned every job in bookkeeping. And I've literally done every job in the bank. I've run the proof machine. I've done everything that there is to do in bookkeeping. And I moved down in loan department, and I've been a teller. I've done just about every job that can be done in the bank, except for Tommy Phipps's job. I haven't done that.
And so, how did you get to where you are and what you do?
Well, I just worked hard, and people recognized that I did a good job, and I just evolved and got pushed into the job over time.
Who was it that recognized you?
Well, Jim Perry hired me back in 1985, and I guess he slowly recognized my qualities and ability to get along with people and do the job, and he just moved me forward in my positions.
What was the bank like back then? What was it going through?
Banking has changed quite a bit. Originally, we were a standalone bank. Jimmy pretty much owned the bank at that point. And in the late 80s, he sold the bank to Community Trust, and they bought us out. And as everybody knows, Community Trust is a large bank, one of the largest banks in Kentucky. And they started changing things the way we operate, and we weren't happy with some of their changes. And we decided to try to buy the bank back. And over a period of time, they finally agreed to sell it back to us. And we got about 20 individual investors, and all the employees put their retirement accounts up, and we were able to repurchase the bank in 1997 and have been a standalone bank ever since.
So how did that positively affect the community?
Well, once we made the commitment to buy it back, and with the 20 individual investors who are all local businessmen here in the community, we became a true community bank. We're community-oriented. We do things for the community. We know that if the community is taken care of, that the bank will be fine, and that's the way we operate this bank.
And so why was it important to build back in the way that you did here on Main Street for the community?
We believe in the people in this community, and we believe that making this commitment with this building will only help the community progress further.
And so, any other thoughts on the building itself or your spot here?
Plan to be here as long as they'll have me. Don't know how long that'll be. I've enjoyed my banking career. It's like when I started banking, it was something that was meant to be, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's changed a lot. I don't like all the changes, but you have to roll with the punches and move forward.
Now over this part of the lobby, you'll find our new accounts. We have a new accounts on each side of the teller line. On this side, you'll find Lisa Patrick serving our customers. Here you'll find our teller line. The tellers are ready to serve you with cash, check cashing, money orders, gift cards, anything along that line, as well as loan payments. You can come up to our teller line and they'll take care of you. When you come up to our drive-thru, our tellers will serve you. They have the new state-of-the-art system with a camera, which is two-way. You can see the teller and the teller will see you.
I'm here on the teller line with Ashley Ferguson talking about some of the new equipment they have in the bank. Could you tell us a little bit about that, Ashley?
Yeah, so we have 3 lanes. There's 2 personal ones and then a commercial one. Here to my right is the commercial one. We have a big canister. You can drop your deposit bags in and it comes in. Okay, and then here's Christina. Say hi, Christina. Hello. And send your canister in. We can get really personal with them. You know, it's just one-on-one. The 2 personal canisters are going to drop down between 2 tellers. So they come in to us, and then we can send them out.
Thank you for your time, Ashley.
Thank you.
Now we're about to enter one of the back offices that a lot of the public doesn't see. We call this loan processing. This is the ladies who, when you apply for a loan, after it leaves the loan officer, this is where it goes, and then they run it through the process to make sure that your loan follows through. If you want to come with me now.
I'm here in the loan processing department with Ashley Lockins. Ashley, could you tell me a little bit about what you do here at the bank?
Yes, I've been here for 18 years. I have been in multiple departments here at the bank. When I first started out, I actually started in the bookkeeping department, and I have then I went from there to the loan department, and I have actually worked in new accounts, and now I'm back into loan processing, which I've been in the past 3 years.
What are your thoughts about this new bank, and how does it help you get your job done better?
Since we have actually moved in, it's where I'm at in the loan processing department. It's more of a enclosed office, and there's not the distractions, and we're actually able to do more work in less time because there's not as many distractions with customers coming in and out, and the loan officers right with us, so everything's actually working out better than what it was.
That's great. Thank you for your time, Ashley.
Along here you'll find our loan officers ready to serve any of our customers with those needs. And this is our loan officer, Brock Littoral. Brock, would you like to say something to the customers?
Yes, Jim. I appreciate you allowing us to share with our customers a little bit today. We are back over in town on Main Street, and just more than happy and willing to serve the public. And of course, all of our loan options are available. We just encourage people to stop in, even if they don't have a loan need at this time, to stop in and visit our new facility. You know, everything we thought about, we took the customers into consideration and what would better serve them. So we're just glad to be back on Main Street, and encourage you to stop in and for any of your banking needs. But more importantly, this is for the community, and just want you to enjoy it.
When you come to the bank, if you have any questions, this is the reception area. Melody Lackins will be glad to help you, point you in the direction that you need to go to get the service that you need. Here we have the bank vault, and inside the bank vault is the safe deposit boxes. Customers who currently have safe deposit boxes, we're ready for you to come in if you want to look at them. And also we have brand new viewing rooms for you to go inside for your privacy and convenience to review your box. This is Bank Vice President Angie Pendergrass. Hi Angie, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm good, Jim. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Hey, since we moved into the building, you got any thoughts on the new building and how things are going in it?
You know, I do. I know everybody's talking about the building, and it is certainly magnificent. But, you know, I've been here a couple of years, and what I'm most impressed with is the bank's people. I mean, without them, it's just a facility.
Right.
But, you know, I've been impressed from the directors all the way, you know, through the bank at the caring that every employee has for each other, and making sure, you know, management making sure everybody was comfortable after the tornado. And, you know, all that just filters through to the customer, because it really is all about the customers.
Yeah, it is. It might be a cliche, but you can always say the greatest asset of any organization is its
employees.
Its employees.
Process.
Thanks, Angie. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
This is the second floor of the bank. Up here you'll find our Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer, as well as our Vice President of Operations, Patty Gibson, who just happens to be. Hi, Patty. How you doing?
Fine.
Also, as we go along, we have our Information Technology Specialist, Chris Caskey, our Loan Administrative Assistant, Phyllis Cheney, and the Office of our Compliance and Facilities Management. Also on the second floor, you'll find our operations and bookkeeping. Whenever you call the bank, that's when you'll talk to the ladies who will give you direction and connect you to the people within the bank you'll need to talk to, such as NSF, online banking, dial-a-bank, and those lines. In fact, here's Delma Whitt right now. Delma, how long have you been with the bank?
Going on 44 years.
Wow, congratulations on that.
Thanks.
What do you think about the building here since we moved into it?
I love it. It's beautiful. It's so big. It's just so much more room for us, and we just love it. It's just great.
Thank you, Delma. Appreciate that. So, Chris, since we come to the new bank, what can you tell us about some of the changes in the way our net works and the security with that works?
Well, honestly, we've always been fairly secure. I mean, we've always been very secure here in the bank, and we've always prided ourselves on our security and how we handle everything as far as the tech's concerned. And honestly, since the tornado, we've just kept our main systems, and we've been able to migrate them, from place to place as we bounced around. But everything we have, we've actually brought back to the bank now, and it's located here at the main office, and we're actually using all the same equipment, and we've upgraded a few things here and there, but as time's gone. But we're still using all the same stuff, all the same equipment, and we've always prided ourselves on the security and on our network and how it works and how efficient it is. And I think we've done a good job with it, and I think it's going good right now. We're still using a lot of the same stuff we had before.
Thanks, Chris. During the design of the building, the board of directors and the bank officers wanted to do something with the building in which the community could use. The idea that came out of that was the community room. The community room is set up for public use. People can call the bank to reserve it and get the room for anything from a government, civic, church conference, or even something as simple as a birthday party or a reception after a wedding. The room is designed to hold up to about 100 people comfortably. We also has a kitchen with it, and we have a list of caterers that you can also choose from to pick to serve during the meeting. In accordance with the lead design of the building and saving water, all the toilets in the building are low-flow toilets. There's approximately 22 of them, and that's also the reason there are 22 is to meet the OSHA requirements for the capacity of 426 people in the building at one time. Some more information on the lead design of the building. We have 2 showers in the building, and that's because we have bike racks outside. Part of the LEAD program is when you have a bicycle rack where employees can ride into work, we also have 2 showers, male and female, which they can take advantage of. And of course, it's available to them. There's no power off at the house or something like that. They get up, power's out overnight, they can come in here and we have a shower with them. Other features we have is also each bathroom in the building has a baby changing station. One of the talking points about this building is its green sustainability. You hear that term thrown around a lot. The new commercial bank building is a green building. We use a third-party certification when we did the design of it, which is called LEED, L-E-E-D, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Basically, LEED is a third-party certification, and you get a point system. And based upon that point system, your certification can either be certified, silver, gold, or platinum. Right now, Commercial Bank is on track to be a gold LEED building. There's approximately 500 projects in Kentucky right now that are LEED certified and ongoing. Commercial Bank hopes to be one of the ones in Eastern Kentucky to lead the way with leadership in energy and efficiency in the energy use and the environment. Everything in the building in the design took lead in the concept. The stone, glass, all the materials used in the building comes from within 300 miles of West Liberty. But even the glass, the specifications have lead in it intended to keep solar gain and solar loss inside the building. The stone and the brick are man-made and come out of Bowling Green. Even this little garden that everybody looks has a purpose. If you look in here, you'll see a drain down there. This garden can hold water up to 48 hours and then slowly release that water back into the city storm drainage system without creating an overload on the storm drainage system if there's a large rainfall. As we were talking about LEED earlier, part of that design was the insulating concrete form platforms and walling systems. Today we're going to talk to Brian Wells, who's going to discuss this and explain to us a little bit about it. Brian, I understand these have been around for a while.
Yes, they've been around since around World War II. They started making some headway in the 70s when the fuel cost spiked, and they started coming about, and people started being energy conscious. They've really taken off in the past decade, we'll say. Energy bills have continued to rise, killing coal, and it's caused multiple energy cost increases. So people are looking to ways to decrease that cost. ICFs come in many different R values, and ICF stands for insulated concrete form. This particular brand can take you anywhere from an R22 to an R84. They are basically two expanded polystyrene forms that stack like Lego blocks. This particular brand comes in 12-inch tall and 4 feet long. What they do is, this is actually setting vertically. It should be setting this way. They'll come in, they'll lay on a track, and like I said, stack like Lego blocks, and they can...
What are these used for?
These are the ties that connect the two panels, and depending upon the size of tie will determine your cavity thickness for your wall. There's a lot of... this is a panelized system. There's a lot of versatility when you use a panelized system versus a block system, and I'll show you a block system here in a minute. There's a block system right over here. This is also another brand I sell, and these come preformed, and as you can see, they they already have the cavity thickness predetermined.
All right.
There's a whole lot of options that can determine the cost. One is R value. The other is, this particular brand may, you can get a chemical built into the foam that kills termites.
Well, let me ask you this: when the design team was starting to build this facility out, what was some of the benefits they probably looked at would make somebody choose to use something like this or your other one? I mean, what is the R value of these?
This particular one is an R24. The one in this building was the quad lock R28.
All right.
You're typically going to save 40 to 70% over particular stud framing.
All right.
Or regular stud framing.
Okay. What about acoustics? Is there any benefit in the acoustics?
They have STC sound ratings that are really high, which makes for a very, very quiet building compared to conventional block or stick frame.
All right. And you also, I noticed you got some others sitting here. These would be the what you use for the flooring system?
This is. These panels, which are just short samples, they come together in a flooring system, and I wish I had two 12 inches, but this is a 10 inch and this is a 12 inch.
All right.
But you get the picture. They go in big long panels and you brace them, and when you come in and pour the floor, it fills in these gaps.
The concrete.
And then you've got a slab on top, so you actually have structural beams that spread the span of the floor, plus your top coating of 3 or 4 inches usually.
Now I guess the holes are for running conduit or plumbing?
Yes, that's all done prior to...
Now I notice there's some metal in here running through here. Is that for structural integrity or?
It is somewhat for structural integrity. It is also for hanging ceiling tiles or whatever you'd like.
Okay. Well, what about fireproof? Is it assist in any way in that?
All ICFs come with a flame spread retardant. They will not burn. They will melt, if they were exposed directly to a flame, but they will not spread a fire.
I also understand these are beneficial to indoor air quality.
Very much so. Where walls typically have a stud wall, you have thermal gaps everywhere there is a stud. Here you have a continuous concrete wall with ICF on each side. So you have continuous insulation and no air infiltration. So this doesn't allow any outside pollutants to come in or
vermin probably either. If it's that tight.
No vermin. Termites. Termites aren't going to eat your concrete.
Right.
So.
What about wind resistance? We had a tornado here, and that's one of the reasons. What about kind of wind resistance will we get out of something like this?
These walls, depending on the cavity thickness, are usually in excess of 200-mile-an-hour winds you can withstand.
Wow. Well, is there anything else you can think about?
There's a lot of advantages. Most people buy this product based on economic advantages. There are the 40 to 70% decrease in a utility bill. Plus, you can buy smaller HVAC units. When you build a structure this way, it's considered a masonry structure for insurance purposes, which puts you in a better category for insurance rates.
Well, I know in this facility we're already seeing a savings in utilities from the original building that's set on the site. We're still measuring that and tracking it, but we're already seeing a significant savings.
Yeah, you all did an excellent job. This is a beautiful building.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Another room we're in here is the geothermal room. Once again, this is also part of the LEED design. The bank has 30 geothermal wells built around it. Each well is 300 feet deep. This is divided into 5 well fills with an expansion field in the future. One of the energy saving costs in the geothermal room is the variable frequency drives. These drives will control the pumps which pump water throughout the building from the wells to the HVAC units. This will drive when the peak demand is low, then he'll turn these pumps off and lower the usage of them. These pumps will run, one will run 1 week and then will alternate to the next week. Another feature of the bank, everyone knows the water issues that we had here before with the old bank, and some thought it was due to maybe a spring underneath the ground. During the construction phase, what we found was a coal seam running underneath from the bank property all the way up to the old courthouse. As everyone might know in Geology 101, coal absorbs water, then it expands, and then when the water goes out, it contracts. Well, you got the ground moving up and down. The solution we came up with to alleviate that problem was we put a catch basin at each corner of the building. Water, subsurface water, flows into those catch basins and then comes to this tank here. The tank, which has 2 pumps in it, then takes that water and pumps it out back to the city drainage system, storm drainage system. Now, this water can be held for a while, and if something goes on, we're getting a lot of water, we have an alarm here that will let me know that the water, we're getting close to filling up. We're now located on the mezzanine level of the building. The mezzanine is located just above the 2nd floor. And this is where the majority of our HVAC heating and cooling systems are. There's 11 of them up here. In the past, a lot of buildings would put the HVAC units on the top of the building, on the roof, or around the building. By putting them just up inside, it's easier access, it's good for the maintenance people, and all the stuff done to them is done inside the building. Another saving cost in the building is the foam that we use up underneath the roof. The layer that you can look at right now, that's a fire retardant foam, but behind that is also another foam that helps with ice melt and energy savings within the building, keeping heat and the cooling inside. Thank you for watching the video of the commercial bank. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything going on here at the bank, the building, the systems, the design we use, feel free to call us, 606-743-3195. I'm Jimmy Gazay. Ask for me. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. Look forward to seeing you here at the bank. Also remember our index facility is still open for business. We have tellers there. We're doing pretty much everything except loan processing right now.